Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. So in today's video I'm gonna share with you how I was able to overcome video games and really start to focus on my life and how to make it better. If you are struggling to overcome video games and really try to make your life better, I recommend you to watch until the end of this video. Maybe it could motivate you, make you understand something that you didn't know before. So yeah, to share with you things that could help you or give you some value. So yeah, I'm now starting my journey and simply documenting everything on this channel. So without talking too much, let's dive into it. 3 years ago, I was addicted to video games, specifically a game called Free Fire. And I think you heard this name before or came across your eyes one time. So simply, at this time, I was extremely addicted to this game, and literally I was sleeping and waking up playing it. Nothing else, like I was just sleep, wake up, play, then sleep. This loop. Like I will be honest with you, like sometimes I was studying for my school, and actually my grades was extremely good. Like my grades in my exams and all of that, me personally, like in my school, I was very good, like extremely good in my school and studies. But on the other side, I was simply addicted to video games. My day was video games, playing Free Fire, studying, playing Free Fire, studying, then sleep, rinse and repeat. That's it, really. So simply I was doing that day after day after day after day for an entire, like, I don't know, like for 2 or 3 years. Really, I was addicted to this game. Not for a couple of months or a couple of weeks. It was for years. Really, it was about 3 years I was addicted to this game. So simply, this addiction wasn't stopped at just playing it or playing video games. No, I was addicted to buy paid things in that game, simply. Or as I remember, it was buying diamonds in that game or coins, whatever. Simply so you can buy items in that game and go spend money on it, simply. Yeah. So I leveled up, like from just playing it to paying money to play it. Really, sometimes, like, I will share the whole story with you. There was days I was stealing money to go and play this game. Really, I'll be honest with you. Like, really, trust me. Like, I'm not trying to make this scene to be deep, and really, like, I was spending all my money on video games, and see me now where I am. Like, no, I'm honest with you. Like, God's watching me, and I'm telling you the truth. Really, there was days I was stealing money from my mom to go and play this game, and I can't explain to you the feelings that I was trying to hide inside me, to say no, go spend more money, it's nothing, you know. Like, stealing for me, it was a normal thing. And from who? My mother. Like, it's not even a stranger one. Like, my mother. I was stealing money from my mother so I can go and play this game. And by that time, my mind was extremely bad, really. By that time I was like 12 or 13, and if you're a 12 or 13 years old person, like, you should understand what's right from what's wrong. It's nothing hard for it. Like, you should understand that stealing money is a bad thing, and you shouldn't do that. And you should understand that spending money on video games it's not a good thing, simply. But by that time, I didn't like. I was feeling that, but I was saying to myself, no, like I just tryna play. I want to have some fun. Nothing bad will happen. And I went with this for a very, very long time. As I said, for years, really. One day, I was going to play this game again, and that time I was going to charge my accounts and buy more diamonds and or coins, so uh, I can play it with my friends on this game. That day, I can't forget it. Really, I can't forget it. And the reason for that is, once I came back home, I found my mother staring at me. Really, staring at me like that. You know, like I I saw her like she knew something, but she didn't say, and she was just staring at me, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, what? And that time, she understood that I'm taking money from here to go and pay for that game. Why? Because when I took the money, the pouch or this little case that has the money, I keep it opened, and the money was outside of it. Like, it seems like there is someone who took money from it, you know. So by that time, I didn't recognize that, and once I came home, I found her like that. She asked me, like, did you take money from me to go and play your game? And by that time, I literally freezed like that, you know. I don't know what to say. Like, I didn't even know how she find that. Like, I totally forgot that I kept this little case of money opened and didn't close it well and keep it, you know. So she noticed that, and I tried to hide this and say no, I didn't take anything, and say all of that. And once I saw that this is a huge problem and I can't dive deeper than that or hide it anymore, I said to her, I did that, and I took the money to go and play video games. I will not dive deep into what was her reaction and what simply happened to me, but it was hard. Like, of course it was hard. But let me tell you that after a couple of days of this happened, guess what? My account on this game got banned. Really. Surprise. By that time, my heart stopped and I freezed, like double. Not just freezing, but my heart stopped. Because think about it, like, I almost spent around, I don't know, like, the number is huge. Like, I can't even remember, but I'm telling you, our situation back then, it's still like, still the situation is not the best in terms of financial situation. And after that, after the account got banned, completely banned for lifetime, I understood that this happened because God wants me to be another person. It's not for me. This thing is not for you. You have other things to focus on. So trust me, if the account didn't get banned, I'm telling you, I would still blame it until now. Like, probably you won't see this video, really. But I understood that this is a sign from God to say to me, this thing is not for you. That's why the account banned. I was thinking of selling my account so I can get some money from it, like get back some of my money that I spent on this game, but the account got banned before even sell it, you know? Like, how can you describe this situation if it happened to you? It's only from God, really, it's only from God, and I'm extremely thankful for that, really, because if this didn't happen, again, I'll be doing the same thing until today, and I don't know where I was going. By that time, when the account got banned, I started to realize every single thing happened in my life, and I understood that my life isn't the best, isn't good, really, like, not the best, isn't good. I need to change it. From then, I started to take action, really small actions, repeated day in, day out. But before that, once I stopped playing this game because the account got banned, I was like in a desert, you know? What I'm gonna do? Like, I didn't try anything before. I didn't try to work on business. I didn't try to like focus on anything that much, you know, as a video game. So I was like, what I'm gonna do? Like, what's now? Like, what's next? You know? By then, I started to take extremely small actions without even realizing that I'm taking these actions in the right way. I started to realize my situation. I started to understand that I'm now I'm not in the best version of myself, and I need to change many things to be better. That's why from then I started to take action. It took me around 1 year to make my first $3 online. Only $3 online. From what? From simply I was building a print on demand store on Redbubble by the time. I made my first $3 by this for an entire year. And guess what? After I made them, the Redbubble account got banned. Yeah, got banned. Yeah, so after it, I didn't give up and started to understand many things. Like, I went through many business models and tried many things, like trading, selling info products, like many things. I couldn't even remember right now. I said most of them on my first video on this channel. If you want to know, you can go watch it. You'll find it in that video. So I tried many business models, and it took me almost another year and a half. Yeah, another year and a half to make my first $550 from appointment setting. And I talked about it and how I made my first $550 in the last video as well. If you want to check it, you can go and watch it. Like, by that time, I didn't imagine how fast I got from nothing to something, from 0 to 3, and from 3 to $550. And by that time, I finally received the money in my hands. Like, nothing got banned, I didn't get scammed or anything. Like, this was my first time I had the money in my hands. So if you're talking about what was the period from making $0 to make your first amount of dollars and put it in your hands, it was around 2.5 years, because the $3 from the print-on-demand store, I didn't receive them. The account got banned. So by that time, I still didn't make any money, And for 2.5 years, I made my first money, which is the $550 from appointment setting. And from then, I started to realize that I should make something for me, like my own business. Then I came across SMMA, how to run a social media marketing agency, all of these good stuff. I now have a content agency with only one client. I know it's still nothing, but for only one client, and I'm keeping pushing forward to get to different and next stages with my agency. And simply all my focus right now is on my agency and how to scale it and make a good foundation for it. So this is what I'm doing right now, and this is the last stage I went to. So let's say that you want to overcome video games as I did, but maybe you didn't have that luck or the sign from God to make you quit it easily as I had, Like at the end of the day, yes, I quit video games, but it was naturally, just the account got banned, and from then everything good started to happen. But for you, I know that you are facing the same problem, so I came up with practical steps so you can use today to overcome video games addiction. And these practical steps isn't from me. It's simply from the book Atomic Habits, which is I have here in Arabic, So the information that I will give you is mentioned in that book, and let me show you fast what I came across and what are the practical steps that you can use today. So 1 second. Okay, so simply I wrote down each step from these steps on this whiteboard so I cannot forget it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyways, I will tell you each one of them. So yeah, let's start with how to overcome video games. We have here 4 mini steps, okay, which is from the book Atomic Habits, nothing from me. So the first one, make it invisible. You need to make the video games or the gaming habit invisible. And how can you do that? Simply, you can hide game consoles and anything related to gaming. Hide them, put them anywhere so you can't see them, So this is the first one, which is make it invisible. The second one is make it unattractive. You need to make the habit of video games or gaming in general unattractive. You shouldn't be attracted to this habit. Of course, if you're attracted to a habit, you will do it, but if you're not attracted, you will not do it. So how can you be unattracted to video games, or how to make it unattractive? Simply, what you can do is to write down everything negative related to it. Write it down, everything, losing time, being unsocial, being introverted, everything negative related to this habit. I want you to write it down on a piece of paper and put this piece of paper in front of you, anywhere just in front of you, so you can see it many times along the day. So yeah, the next one is make it unattractive. We finished it. We said that you want to write down all the negative aspects of this habit. Then what you need to do is to make it difficult, to be done, So how can we make it difficult? Simply, what you can do is to put away the gaming equipment each time you are doing or you are gonna play video games. Simply, each time, once you finish playing, move every equipment that you use for playing in another ways, like put the controller right here and put this here, so when you come back and want to play, you should put everything in its place, so it's hard for you. You can't do it multiple times. Each time it will be hard for you. So I want you to do this: put each equipment related to gaming away, and when you want to play, bring them back so you can play. This way you will make it harder for you or difficult. Okay, so the last one is to make it unsatisfying. Like, you need to make this habit unsatisfying for you. How can you make it unsatisfying? Simply by one thing: you need to get an accountability partner. Like, anyone can join you along this journey, so you can quit video games. Simply, like, anyone could be your mother, your sister, your brother, your dad, anyone, just an accountability partner, so it will be unsatisfying for you. So these are the 4 practical steps from Atomic Habits book, from James Clear, his author. So yeah, and each practical step of it, we said: make it invisible, hide everything related to gaming, hide the consoles, hide everything as you can. Make it unattractive, write down all the negative parts of it and put it in front of you. Make it difficult, put away each equipment you use for video gaming, and when you want to play again, you can put them back, and make it unsatisfying by the help of an accountability partner. So yeah, this is simply how you can overcome video games in practical steps. So trust me, if you follow these steps, I don't want to put a specific period of time, but let's say in 3 to 5 months, you will notice a change. Simply, you will notice that you are not attracted anymore to video games, that okay, if I don't play today, it's okay, like nothing happened. You will have that change, and you will notice that. Of course, like, the time is different for each one of us, but trust me, you will notice a change. So yeah, I want you to do these 4 practical steps from today if you are facing the same problem, which is video games addiction. Let me tell you before I end this video, if you are addicted to video games or just playing video games, I recommend you cut it off. Really, cut it off. Okay, I will not force you to do anything. Like, I want you to think about it. Like, think now. Ask yourself this question: what I will get from playing video games? What's the benefit from playing video games? And really, like, if you have a solid answer for this question, complete video games and do whatever you want. But really, once you realize that there is no benefit from video games, just having fun and dopamine and trying to build some online friends, which is not real friends, trust me, and one day, probably, like, most likely, I don't know, it could be it didn't happen, but for me, the online friends that you make on a game or from playing a game or anything, they are not a real friends. So if you think that these friends are real friends and they will be my friends for lifetime, like 80% you are wrong. I will not say 100%, but 80% you are wrong. So yeah, Trust me, video games has no impact, but really it could be a negative impact on you for your life, in your life. So yeah, like especially nowadays, like I can't imagine there are many countries promoting video games in an extremely bad way. Really, like think about it. It's like a drug to keep your mind sleeping and not realizing the reality, and cut you off from the reality, you know. This is a drug, and nowadays the governments are promoting this. Trust me. Like why you're now, like why you see many esports competitions around the world, and many players join it and play video games and get millions of dollars from this. Why? Because they wanted to have an enormous effect on you and show you that, you know, video games is wonderful, and you know many people are millionaires from just playing video games, like I don't know, like Ninja and these players, you know, there are millionaires, or if not billionaires from video games, and you saw them like, oh, I want to be like that guy. Why? Because he's making money from video games. Okay, he could be making money from video games, but what's the benefit? If you're thinking only for the money, go for it, but you will realize that it's not the healthy lifestyle that you want. When will you realize that? After you get it. If you didn't change your mind now and cut off all of these dopamines and dopamine detox your mind, trust me, it will not be good for you, really. Speaking from experience, like I experienced that. I'm not talking like I didn't saw a couple of videos on YouTube and got the information from them and I'm talking to you right now. No, I have experienced that. That's why I'm talking to you in my experience region, or my experience era, you know. That's why I'm not diving deep into video games and give you all the information you need to know to cut off video games, but I'm giving you what I have experienced in my life. So I hope that motivate you and really make you take action today before tomorrow to cut off video games if you are playing a video game. And let me know in the comments, like if you are playing a video game, or even if you cut playing video games, let me know in the comments. And as well, keep your mind strong and trying to make your life better. See you in the next video.